the satellite back. They dropped the satellite drone. We've lost.
What's up guys, Champ here bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay. Today we're going to be going over how to get a high KD in free-for-all. I decided to do this specific game mode separately because it is a lot different than all the other game modes. The spawns are different and you just got to be a lot more aware because enemies are coming at you from every single side and corner. Brought you guys two different approaches and two different gameplays on how to get a high KD in free-for-all. You'll see I take a couple deaths here early, but I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to get my score streaks in this gameplay, and that's the key to this first one, is getting your score streaks. I got on the R.A.P.S, the R.A.P, and the Hater in this gameplay, and if I'm able to obtain those score streaks, the game is over. To help me get those score streaks, I am running the combat focus in this game. What you want to do with the combat focus is you want to first wait till you get a couple kills, and then you want to turn your combat focus on and get a couple more. Get your streaks. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but as you can see, I'm running a different set of perks on this class. I'm running 6 cents. See how it just flashed up? You want to run the 6 cents and you want to stay around the buildings. You don't really need Flapjacket and free-for-all. They're not going to be throwing much grenades. So I knew he was up there. I ran in the building. I took him out. I knew it because I had 6 cents on. Once again, it flashes. Here I go. I'm going back in the building because I know he's there. He must have jumped out the window. There he is. I just popped my focus and picked up a couple kills, and I almost got my streaks already. 6 cents just saved me again right here. So that's what we're doing. We're playing for the streaks right here. Once we get the streaks up, the R.A.P, the R.A.P s, the game is over. Even if they all spawn in and try to take out my R.A.P and R.A.P s, it doesn't even matter because they all died, which is 7 kills for me. And I also like to throw the Hater on because that just gives me a little more awareness to where everybody is. And truthfully, there's no point of throwing any more streaks on because the R.A.P s and the R.A.P are going to take care of everybody. So anything else would just be overkill. It would just be a waste of time, a waste of a spot. At my score right now, I'm only at 17. I'm not going to get a single other gun kill in this game, and it doesn't even matter if the game's not going to last long enough for me to do it. I take a dumb death here that I probably should have just avoided, and I look at my kill feed. It is filling up, so I'm like, maybe I should go get this guy. Nah, maybe not. I back off him. I just go sit over here for a second because this game is over. I finished the game 30-5 with a 6 KD. The key things to remember in this one is run your combat focus and use 6 cents. You use your 6 cents to stay around the buildings, let it show you where they're at, and then after you get a couple kills, hit your combat focus and get a couple more. Play just for your streaks. Here I'm going to flash my class setup. The only difference between these two classes is in the first one I'm running quick draw, the second one I'm running fast mags. Both of them are a very good setup. In this map, I feel like I'm going to get into a couple more gunfights, so I throw on the fast mags. And you'll see that I play pretty similar. I go right into the building and I let 6 cents tell me where they're at again. I'm also using dead silence because I don't want these people to hear me coming. If you're playing Havoc, this area right here is perfect. With 6 cents, I could see where they're coming from each way, and I could just build up my score streaks right here. As you can see, I'm running support score streaks in this one, and that's the difference between these two games. This game, I want to have a little more awareness, I want to know where the enemies are, and I want to keep myself off the Raider with the counter UAV. You'll see that I go on a big kill streak to start this game. I think it's a 17 gun streak. Do choke the nuked out, but if you are going for that nuked out calling card, this is how you do it. This exact class setup is the one you want to run. You want to run the combat focus to get those support streaks quicker. And you want to have scavenger, you want to have 6 cents, and you want to play around the building still. Once you get your Hater, which I just got right there, now you can go attack the enemy if you want. Also, they will catch on to being in the same spot after a while. So once you get the Hater on, it is the perfect time to move out. See, I see this guy approaching over here. I know he's sprinting, so I'm just going to pop out with my stock and take him out. Once again, I think it's the same guy. He just respawns. I'm going to wait a little bit, Give it a second, make sure he's sprinting. Yep, pop out and get him again. A key thing to remember in free-for-all is stick to one side of the map. I always spawned on this side of the map, so I never made it to the other side of the map, and you don't want to. You start running cross map, you're gonna die. Wait for them to come to you. They're always gonna spawn around you eventually. This is free-for-all. The spawns are crazy in this game. Use your support streaks wisely. I had the hater up and I waited for the hater to go off until I put my UAV encounter on. That's how you want to do it. You're only going to get these streaks a couple of times, even with the combat focus and free for all. It just doesn't last long enough. So if you're lucky, you'll get them all twice, maybe. Right here, I spawn in at the other side of the map, and I make a little mistake. I end up running through this middle area. You don't want to do this. I make out okay here, but I don't recommend this. You're going to die a lot if you constantly go through these big open areas like that. I should have just stayed to the other side of the map. Works out okay, though. That's the biggest tip in free-for-all right there. Stay to the side of the map you're spawned on. Always avoid open areas. Try to get to a high traffic area and use Sixth Sense to your advantage. Once you get a couple of kills like the counter UAV, then pop your focus and try to get a hater. If you get the hater, you can play a lot more aggressive and start attacking the other guys. Remember, set up your class to the game mode you're playing. I never use Sixth Sense. The only time I throw it on is in free-for-all because I just need a little more help knowing where the enemies are. They get a little campy in free-for-all sometimes. They like to sit in corners and it really helps me out. I always run combat focused. That's going to be a recommendation for every game mode from me. Right here, I'm going to take an unavoidable death. Sometimes you just can't do nothing. They're specialists in this game, and they're going to get you. So don't get hung up on these little deaths here and there. The key is to have an overall good KD. And remember, you're not the only good Call of Duty player in the world, so don't start raging if you take a couple of deaths. Once you rage, your KD is just going to go down, down, down. You're going to start sprinting everywhere, and you're just going to die a lot. This game's coming to an end. If you guys like what you saw, hit the like button. If you learned something or just want to see more gameplays by me, subscribe. I'm be coming out with so many games coming up in the next couple of weeks. I have plenty of 100+s already on my channel, and I'm going to have the biggest earned supply drop in Black Ops 3. I looked around the internet. There's no one that has more crypto keys than me. I got 12,000. I actually have more than that now. I'm going to flash a little proof on the screen right now. This has been Champ at Champ Gaming. Come see me.